Alright, so here is my video breaking down the shotguns of Gears of War Judgment. The goal of this video is to take away all confusion and ambiguity about what your shotgun will do in any given situation and how much damage it will do to the enemy at any given range. And take away the confusion between hipfire and blind fire, and give you pointers on where your aim point should be at each different range. You can see in the background here I've been showing the difference between the shotguns and the time between shots, and then how fast you can shoot 8 total shots, including reloads under perfect conditions. And they are pretty close. A really important thing to keep in mind is that the Sawed Off has no headshot bonus, so you're completely wasting your time aiming for the head. When you're using the Sawed Off, you should just try to aim for the largest mass of their body. So for this video, we used the wall as a reference point, and then I started on the edge of the one-shot blind fire range, and then we backed away slowly so you could see how the shot changes for your one shots and how many shots it takes to kill at each different range. So we go ahead and back up here a little bit, and then you see that you no longer can one-shot them with one shot with either shotgun. And so now I'm going to switch to hard aiming, and hard aiming actually does have a pretty significant boost. And here's a really important point for your Gnasher aim point. Do not aim at their head, aim at the center of their chest. The top of your Gnasher spread will hit them in the head, and you'll get a kill. So you can see I totally didn't get a kill when aiming right on his head, but the chest shot resulted in a kill. So we back up a little bit more, and we're still in a one-shot range for both shotguns here. And you can see we're starting to get it pretty far away, and still being able to one-shot these guys. Now here, this range that I'm at right now is the furthest hard aim one-shot for both shotguns. Still headshotting with that chest shot with the Gnasher, and still the center of the body shot gets the kill with the Sawed Off. So backing up a little bit more, and now we're in 2-shot range. So the next thing I'm going to test is the 2-shot blind fire. So, and you'll be able to see how that plays out here as I switch to 2 shots. So 2-shot for the Gnasher, 2-shot for the Sawed Off.
The purity of the shot.
And we're going to back up. And now this range here is the furthest range that you can successfully hip fire a Sawed Off shotgun and get a kill. And you'll see the Gnasher does the same thing here. They both get the kills at this range. And when we back up again, you'll see that the Gnasher actually is a tiny bit better hip firing than the Sawed Off at this range. So the Sawed Off fails to make his kill in 2 shots, and actually requires a 3rd. And I think the reason why the Gnasher can hip fire kill at this range is that it still has a little bit of a buff from that headshot modifier, and whenever one of the pellets wing him in the head, it goes ahead and gets the kill for you. So, sort of interesting that this is the only difference that I found in the damage output of the 2 shotguns. And now I'll just switch real quick to the Sawed Off hard aiming, just so you can see that at this range it does get the kill if you hard aim. And so at this range here, I like to call it a built buckle aim point, and you'll see why in a few seconds. The Gnasher fails to get the blind fire kill at this range. Try a couple times. And now hard aimed, it does take him down. And there's a couple things I learned here. First, firing in quick succession widens your spread significantly, and you don't get this big tight pattern. You'll see this thing here, same range, same hard aim, same aim point. I go ahead and shoot a measured shot, and the Sawed Off gets the kill. So that's something to remember when you're using the Sawed Off. And you'll notice this as I shoot this again, that my reticle is right on the center of his body, right on the belt buckle. And the reason why this is important is because at this range, your shotgun actually starts to miss over their shoulders if you don't aim that low. See, I didn't get the kill with the Gnasher there because it was a little high. I brought the aim point down just a fraction of a degree, and I got the kill with it. And so we back off a little more. And once I figured out the aim point, the shotguns got scarily effective at long range. Now, I just keep backing up and keep getting kills. Pretty soon I feel like I'm looking down at little ants on the field, and I'm still getting a 2-shot kill with these shotguns. And both shotguns have incredible range, and when you hard aim, the spread's tight enough to still get that kill. Of course, these are ideal conditions under standing still, but still, it's really impressive. I mean, it's crazy. I never thought you could two-shot someone from this range, but you can. So, I definitely learned a lot. When you back off this range, you need to get the aim point down to where the bottom of the reticle is sitting on the kneecaps. And of course, this really changes how I'm going to play, at least. When using my shotgun, shooting at already damaged people from long range, set up that shot. It's worth it. Okay, and here we are, finally at the longest range you can get a two-shot kill with both shotguns. It's getting really sketchy here. See, I didn't quite set up perfectly and missed that with the Gnasher. Get in here on a second try. But I'm really impressed with how well balanced and equal these shotguns are in their spread and damage. Okay, we'll see here that both shotguns fail to kill in 2 shots at this range. And their damage really falls off. Once you back up to like 1 step before this, it's like 4 or 5 shots. And it gets really sketchy because hardly any pellets are on them. So here I'm going to give you some freeze frames. This is the range of 1-shot blind fire. This is the range of a 1-shot hard aim. You can see the difference there. And then again, for reference, this is a 2-shot blind fire. And then you see this next frame, 2-shot hard aim. So that's the difference between hard aims and blind fires, and hopefully this stuff really helps you guys. Another thing I wanted to share with you guys is I did a lot of experimenting finding that range where you could hold the sawed-off trigger down and get a double kill. So here's the range and aim point. Bottom of the reticule sitting on top of the knees. Then you just hold it down and you got it. You'll probably have to be a little tiny bit closer in the game because you won't have ideal conditions like this. But know that this is the max range you can pull it off. Notice I aimed a little high there, but then just for a demonstration, next one I drop my aim point down where it should be. Remember, this range, bottom of reticules on the kneecaps, and it's a kill. So another thing which I worked around with trying to set up was getting a double kill with 1 sawed-off blast, and it really can't be done. I could not find a way to do it without killing one and not the other. So that maybe works for overrun. Don't think it works for standard versus. And one last little tidbit: a body completely soaks up a shotgun shot. There's no blast through at all. And so I'll leave you guys with a bot that made me laugh.